Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is a beautiful Saturday morning here in Toronto, Canada. It's getting colder and colder.
Oh my gosh, it's getting very cold.
Right now, and remember, we are in Celsius, not Fahrenheit. So when I say -1, it's not Fahrenheit, it is Celsius. So it's not so bad. But I know that the minimum will be -11. So we're getting there. I would like to welcome everybody here joining us this morning or afternoon or evening, depending on when you are joining in. We want to welcome all the newcomers. I know that a lot of you are coming in. There's people coming in every single day. And because of that, we just kind of give you a little bit of an overview of what you should be focusing on if you're brand new. And if you're one of our seasoned associates that are joining us on Saturday training, welcome back. We want to share something really important. And these are some of the reasons where Tammy and I had so much success. But before I go any further, let me just welcome everybody here. We have here, and remember, folks, I'm trying to read your names. And if your account has a like Adeline Afi, I'm not sure what that means, but welcome. Benjamin, welcome. Great to see you here. We have here Bakshir, great to see you here from Bangladesh. Fulera from Belgium, thank you. How are you? We have here Asujut, welcome. My Death Zero, okay, welcome. Great to see you here. We have MC, great to see you from Texas. Let's see who we have. Stephen, great to see you here from Seattle, Washington. And let's see, we have here Authentic Care, great to see you here from Mornington, VIC, Australia. Great to see you. Oh, wow, 2 a.m. That is commitment. Great to see you. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. We have here the Unir Band. Great to see you here from Sweden. Welcome. Great to see you. We have Marvin, I think, from Vegas. Great to see you here. Let's see. We have Bill from London. Welcome, Bill. How are you? And all of you that are coming in here, folks, welcome. We're so delighted to see you here. We have a great training, and we want to help you finish the year strong. Folks, what most average people do is they wait till the new year, to kind of start a new momentum. But folks, the key is you want to prepare for the new year. And that's what this training is all about. How do you prepare to start 2026 strong, opposed to starting 2 months in the beginning of the year or halfway through or whatever that may be for you. So before we begin, Tammy, did you want to share anything before I go ahead and start sharing my screen?
No, you can go ahead and share with the new people who have joined in the last week or 2 weeks that need to have a little bit of fundamentals. We'll go through that very quickly, and then we'll go into the trainings because Chris is going to show you on the YouTube channel. He's going to show you how to access all the trainings so you can go through them and whatever subject really aligns with you. I highly recommend to learn skills, to develop yourself, mindset, skill set, and call to actions. I mean, a lot of people, they can talk to people, they have no problem, but then they don't have the follow-up in place. They don't have the action part of it. So that's what our goal is every single Saturday. We want to make sure that you've got the fundamentals and you're moving forward. Okay. So today I'm going to give you some assignments. And so take down notes, you guys. And I'm even going to be kind enough, Chris. I think I'm going to share with them the PDF document that I created.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I really appreciate your comments and feedbacks here, folks. And it's wonderful. I agree to see people from all over the world joining in, and that's what makes it so attractive. Okay, so if you're brand new here, first of all, if you forgot your password or you can't log in, just click on Contact Us here, and it'll bring you to a website where you can just put your name and email. Make sure you use the same email that's connected to your account, your phone number, your question, and then send. And then from there, they can certainly help you with that. Okay. Now, so let me log in. I'm not going to go through a training here. It's just to give you a little bit of some direction. If you're brand new, you have no idea what's going on. You're just excited on this virtual opportunity. And now, okay, what do I do? How do I go about this? So this is your back office.
Yeah, Chris, I just want to mention one thing. If you've signed up and you haven't received your initial email on how to get yourself set up, how to get into your back office, always check your spam. Okay, because it might be sitting there. So make sure that you check that once you sign up.
Yes, that's a good thing. Just, yeah, this is a very good practice, folks. Regularly, every couple days, and sometimes daily, depending on what's going on, what I'm expecting, I do check my spam because it's unfortunate. Sometimes I even get the bank stuff in my spam, or even Apple stuff in my. It's just the way things are today. So just be mindful of that. Okay. So one thing I really highly recommend for you to focus on, if you need support of any kind, this is the button you can. I'm not going to go through this. We have many trainings. I'll show you where you can access them later, but that's your support system here. Now, what you really need to focus on is, first of all, is use this tool. Now, use this tool is very important because this is where, this is why you're here. And the thing is, that it's all automated, okay? And so from there, don't worry about the 99%. There's a reason for that. I have an extra computer in Florida that's backing things up that I should remove, which is a duplicate of what this computer here is today. But anyway, so this is your portal for you to access the software. This is for Windows. This is for the Mac. You just need to click on either one based on your operating system. So if you have a Windows computer, you click on that. If you have a Mac computer, you click on that. It will install the software, and you just need to start the backup, and boom, you don't have to worry about anything. Everything will be automatically stored on the cloud for you. You don't have to worry about a thing, okay? Even if you delete files from your computer, it will remain on the cloud. Really awesome. The other thing that's important here is the mobile apps. Now, you don't need to log into your portal for that. You can just go to your Google Play Store here or your App Store, search for Got Backup, install it. Even if you're not a member, you can download the app. It's just for you to log in. You need to be a member. So once you log in, the same login credential that you did to come here, it's the same one you will use to log into your apps. And again, it will automatically start in all your videos and files, not phone settings and things like that. So if you have an Apple phone, keep in mind that all the settings of your Apple phone will be, it's designed to deal with Apple directly. And that's why the cloud, that when you buy your phone, has a certain amount of space for you to use. It's exactly for that. But all the heavy lifting, the videos and everything else, everything will be on the cloud, on the God Backup cloud. And if you're wondering, well, what should I delete? Well, folks, my norm here is once all the files are on the cloud, just, maybe go from 2020 and prior. You may want to delete those. Again, be careful when I'm saying this. Make sure that these files are on the cloud before you delete anything at all. Otherwise, do not delete anything because you can go back in time and get those pictures again. You understand? Okay. So, and the other thing I recommend is watch those installation videos, because some of you, as like Bill here, who has 70,000 pictures and videos on his phone, it will take a few days, right? Now the server is really fast, and I noticed that I had 40,000 pictures and videos, and it took about a day and a half. Where at the beginning, like 2 years ago, it was about almost 5 days. So now it's the server is really optimized, doing really well. But keep in mind that it's not going to be uploaded in 5 minutes. So there is some things that you should be aware of for your very first upload. After that, it doesn't matter. Every time you run the app, it just goes ahead and uploads things automatically. Just wanted to share that with you. So a little bit of feedback for those of you that are brand new, that are using these things for the first time. And we have plenty of trainings to expand on what I shared. I just want to spend some time on that. If you click on this button, it will take you right into the cloud service, which would take you here. And again, I have every single presentations. I walked you guys through that, so I'm not going to go through this today. And of course, you can just type in on the address bar here, GBU Cloud. And the first time you log in, it will remember your ID and password. So the first time you may have to log in. Okay. Now, the other thing that's very important for you to be aware of is if you're a new member here, you want to make sure that you know where to set up your payment, your commission payment. You set that up here. Okay, so every time you get a commission when someone signs up or upgrades or whatever the situation may be, it will end up into, it's kind of like a PayPal, but it's not called that. It's not that. PayPal is very expensive to deal with. So it's a portal called Pay Quicker. I prefer, and the other one is Wise. So there's two different options you'll choose. I recommend Pay Quicker. It's a lot easier. It's a lot more flexible. They've been around for a long time. But of course, some of you may have a Wise account. You can use that. You plug that in. You can connect it to your bank account, and then you get your payment every Friday. If you have commissions that are sitting there, it will be sent right into your Pay Quicker or Wise. And if you have it to be automatically deposited into your bank account, or do that. Me, what I do is I get everything accumulated, and when the month ends and I know I've received all the commission for the month, that's when I transfer the money into my bank account. And again, we've done plenty of trainings for all of that. Okay, so enough of that. Of course, you got all your details over here. We're not going to go through this today. The other thing I wanted to mention, very important, is every single tool. If you have the Pro package, for example, every tools here have exactly what I'm about to share with you on with God Backup. So, for example, if you go to reseller tools over here, what's going to do is going to send you to some capture pages. You probably heard this before. That's included with your $10 a month or your $20 a month if you have the Pro package. It's all included, and it's all in here. So for example, this is a bit of an older one. The comparison to this one, I like this one over here. Okay, this one on the bottom right. If you happen to be someone that is dealing with a market that has, strong reservation and around network marketing, you can use this one. It's a bit more of an educational process for people that really don't understand or even like this industry. This is actually a good one there. But they all point to these different email campaigns. And again, we have trainings to point to all of that. I'm not going to go through this today. So these are different options. This is, for example, I have a neighbor here at a Christmas party that wanted to try it out and said, well, you can try it for free for 7 days. I give him this one over here. He's not really into the network marketing aspect, so I focus more on the product, okay? And again, we have some trainings that explain to you the difference between these. For example, I have Facebook ads. I would use this or this one. If someone wants to sign up on the spot, I would use this one. And as a matter of fact, I would click on Get Started, and I would cut and paste that link and send that to them directly, so there's less clicking for them to do. Again, we've done plenty of trainings on that. And I think I'm about to end that segment here and understand that all of these tools, they're all capturing leads for you. And all of these leads can be manipulated, or let me rephrase that, could be communicated through this lead capture system. Okay. And the autoresponder, it's a bit more of a sophisticated email. It's kind of like this service, but on steroids, which is this over here. Okay. Am I overlooking anything here, Tammy, or we're good? Oh,
no, we're good. Just go through the.
Let me just finish that. The social media platform here, this is really, really awesome.
Yeah.
I recommend for you to connect to that. So you connect to the Facebook group. So you're aware of what the community is doing, what's happening and everything else. And that's that. Please go ahead, Tammy.
All right. And you can show the boards later. So I'll go through the training. I'm going to share the document with you. Chris is going to show you how to access the stuff that I created for you. One thing that Chris and I learned in years of building this is the ones who stay focused on the last few days before the holiday season starts, they're the ones that have momentum before January even starts. Like Chris said, a lot of people, they just go into vacation mode, they go into holiday mode, and they just kind of put everything aside. And then January starts, and they're really starting from scratch. And the key is to build momentum. And that's something that we've always done. We've always created something for teams to create that excitement and give them things to engage them in growing. So I created a training called 11 Days to Momentum, and that's new conversations. New conversations, new actions always equals new signups. If you're following through, okay, which is really, really important. We're going to talk about a little bit of that. And why it's important, because you want to go into momentum. I don't know anybody who doesn't want to go into momentum in business. I don't know anybody who doesn't want to make any money in business. I mean, you wouldn't be here if you didn't want to learn what the gurus are doing to get the results that they're getting in building their business. Okay, so we're action driven. Chris and I are very action driven, and momentum isn't magic, you guys. It's math. It's all about getting eyeballs looking at your information. It's all about new conversations, and the more conversations you have with people that are open to have a look at something that can change something that's painful in their life, then they'll move forward. Okay, so you got to put stuff in front of people. I'm telling you, people are hurting. I had lunch with coffee with a friend yesterday, and we were talking about in today's world, what's going on in today's world. He's also a Got Back Up member, and we were talking about what's going on. And this is a guy that's very well to do, and even him and his family are going through stuff. So, a lot of the time we make assumption that people are doing well, but until you have conversations and you ask questions, you never know where people are at. So I really want you to build connections, build conversations over the next 11 days while you're doing your stuff. Okay, because you're going to be doing stuff. And then you want to key in some time where you're just going to have some focus and, connect with as many people as you can and have some follow-ups as well. Okay, so what you're going to learn today is some daily non-negotiables, which is really important, is to create that. How to move people from pain to possibility and then to a solution. Because if you can give somebody a solution to something that's bothering them, then they'll be at least open to look. I think a lot of people don't nail that down. They just try and sell. We're not in a selling business. We're providing something that they need. Okay, but until you move to that, you got to know what their pain points are, and which we're going to go into conversation questions. I'm going to share some of those with you. And by the way, I'm giving you my content, okay, for my training. So I really want you guys to engage and stay focused. If you need to write a few things down, great, but I'm going to give it to you. And I don't give everything to everybody. Okay, so you're going to create 11 call to action posts on social media. And hopefully all of you have done what Joel has asked you, is to create yourself a page. And being more engaged in more platforms is always better. But if you've never done it before, I highly recommend to start with one and create some active engagement. Okay. The key is to always be engaged in the process. And so that's what we're going to do today. And I'm going to give you some little scripts, 11 days. All right. And I'm going to give you different segments as well. And then I even created another document for you that Chris already has up in that platform. And it's a vault where I'm giving you different ideas. Now, you don't have to take my stuff, you guys. I just train my ChatGPT to work the way I want to work, to be in my head, and to create things the way I want to create it. And I think a lot of people don't know that. You got to train your chat GPT. Otherwise, everything you have is going to be generic and everybody's going to hear it, right? So you got to train things. So I'm going to give you some of the stuff that I've already trained my chat GPT. All right. So the key is to break paralyzing inactivity. If you are inactive right now, I'm talking to you. If you haven't made any initiatives to share your links, to create conversations, this session is really for you. And everybody else, they're already in action. And so they're just going to take this and just double fold it, right? And make things happen. But imagine if you could break that paralyzation that's happening in your business going into 2026 with a whole new mindset, a whole new desire to succeed, and just breaking that pattern. We have patterns, we have habits, and we got to break. If you don't break it, you'll never get to the next level. And Chris and I are those people who, no matter how old we are, even if we don't know how to do something, we're going to break that pattern, and we're going to invest in ourselves, and we're going to take courses that are going to take us to another level. Anybody who knows Chris and I know that. Okay. And that's what we do. So for 11 days, we're going to do a post daily. That's the action. You're going to start 10 conversations a day. Follow up with anyone who shows an interest at all, even if it's 1%. You're going to follow up and see where people are at. You're going to ask questions that expose their pain, and you're going to open their mind to the possibility of leverage, because we're in a leverage model and people want leverage. They're tired. People are so tired of depending on themselves and their one salary from their jobs. People are tired. People are looking. They're online looking. That's why Joel is getting all of this feedback. And when he starts sharing that, by the way, you want to elevate your position to pro. If you're sitting at the family plan, elevate to pro. If you want to take your business to another level, go pro. All you need to do is to go into support, tell them, I'm in all the way. I want to take 2026 to another level. I want to go pro because I want Joel's content, and we're going to share content, and we're going to help you grow. All right. So the key is we're going to offer Got Back Up as a simple, low cost. As we all know, that's some of the value that we bring to the marketplace, a simple system that's low cost that they're missing. Okay. And they all have phones. So it's an easy conversation with people. So let's go into the psychology of the pain and the possibility and the solutions, because people, they don't move for fun, you guys. You can share a lot of fun things. People get excited, but they go back. They go back into their pain. Okay. It's like you watch something that's really high energy. And then once that's over, all of a sudden you're back into the same self. So people move because something's hurting. Okay. And if it hurts enough, people are going to move. Would you agree with me on that? Just put a yes in the comment if you agree. People move because it's painful. All right. And so I kind of put some stuff out here that you're going to see as well. Some of the personal pains that people have is bills are rising faster than they're earning income.
So Tammy, is there something that you wanted me to share with the documents that you share with me?
Not yet. We're going to share it with them. I want people to be engaged and paying attention, and then we'll just share the content with them after. All right. And another pain point that people have, and if you agree with these, I want you to write the words. If for example, how many times have somebody said, I don't have time? How many times have you said, I don't have time? Right? If you said a personal pain point is you just never have enough time, that is most people. Okay. So write that in the comment that you have no time. All right. Leverage, no leverage. People don't have leverage. That is a pain point for people. People are sick and tired of always having to leave their families and go to work and having to do a second job because they don't know what's out there that they can leverage from. All right. And the frustration of just getting by. Oh, how many times? I know because we've been there, and we've had dips in our life where, you have to be more humble financially. And then it's like, no, I'm sick and tired of being humble in my finances. I'm going to another level. Okay. And that's where we all are going to take to 2026. We're taking it to another level. No money for vacation. Oh my God. Most people I talked to last year had staycations. How about you guys? When you had vacation time, did you actually go on vacation where you actually had the money and you didn't build more credit, more debt? Right? And that's what's happening with people. So the pain is out there. You just need to tap into their pain. When you tap into their pain by being regular on social media or regularly connecting with people, whatever you're doing. Some people like that belly to belly. I've got partners that said, Tammy, I just don't want to do social media. Okay, fine. Get out to events. Get out and meet people. You got to meet people. You're in business. All right. Unless you have people coming to you, you got to go out and get it. And we do both, by the way. So possibility is to be able to shift them from their pain to possibility by asking questions like I was mentioning to you. And I'm not going to go through all of the questions. I'll just throw one here and there, but I have some that I'm going to share with you. And so one of the questions would be, what if you could earn online without risk? Nobody wants to risk. Nobody wants to risk their bank accounts, right? Nobody wants to pay a lot of money, and nobody wants to have to do a lot. And that's, I think, why Joel is getting so much results, because he understands what questions to ask people and to what to say. What if it was simple, duplicatable with automation? How many people want to automate their life now? I know we do. Automate so you're not always out there having to do everything. Okay. Again, people are tired of that. Some people are going to see that and they're going to go, oh my gosh, I wonder what they're talking about. And they'll start engaging with you. Okay. So there's other things that I want to share, but we don't have a lot of time and I really want to go through it all. And the solution. Okay. So I shared some pain points, some possibilities for people to have a look at something. And the solution is, obviously, we're talking about got backup. So what's the solution for people? Well, the solution is to replace that 2 terabyte. I don't know about you, but Chris and I paid $10 every single month for our 2 terabytes, and for years and years, Chris, right? And then when Joel said 6 terabytes for $10, we're like, okay, we're in, right? Just the value on that, I'm in. Okay. And then him saying it's the only company that offers data storage where you can earn income. We're in, right? It's just so simple, right? So that's why you got to have solutions for people, and you got to be passionate about it, you guys. If you're not passionate about something and you're just reading scripts, it's just not working. You gotta be all in. You gotta be passionate about what you're doing. And the fact that they can be in business for $20 a year, that for me, I come from traditional business, by the way, and to know that you could pay $20 a year and you're in business and you have no cap on the possibility of income other than the cap that you create here. That's it. It's that simple. And everyone can afford it. Everyone can duplicate it. Because what do we teach you guys? You guys know what we teach. You've been on these trainings over and over and over. For those of you who are new, let me tell you what we teach. We teach sign up, go get your first 2, one left, one right. You're now a copper. You can go get a couple more. I recommend to constantly bring people in. And then you teach that to your team and duplicate it. That's simple.
Tammy, sorry. I just want to add this because you're really onto something important here. Folks, what Tammy is communicating and sharing with all of you here is find people's pain point. That's the key. That's a summary to what Tammy was sharing here. What are the people's pain point? Now, The fact is, we understand that everybody have devices like this. Okay, it could be different technology. It could be Apple. It could be Samsung. It could be Google. Whatever. At the end of the day, we all have precious data. The number states very clearly that at least 43% of people either damage their devices or lose them. 43%, folks, this is close to half of population. Now, that's usually in the North American market, but I think if you look worldwide, it could be a lot worse. You can never go back in time. You can never go back in time and take these precious moments again. They're gone forever. As a matter of fact, what inspired the whole idea of God Backup was what happened to our CEO, Joel Terrier. He went on a cruise, and in the cruise, he had to leave his suitcase and his technology with the porters. Unfortunately, the laptop and the external drive magically disappeared. So he lost I don't know if it's a decade, but years of precious moment from his children growing up. Think about this. That is a major pain point. I remember Joel being very emotionally, he was very emotional sharing that. These are pain points. So when you talk to someone about what we have to offer, find out what their pain point is, not by trying to sell them an opportunity or a product, but just by communicating with them. And that's what Tammy is sharing. Communicate with them. Find out what matters to them, what makes them tick, matter speaking. And from that point on, you provide a solution. You provide a solution. It just happened that we're not just providing a solution to their cloud situation, either that it's more expensive or they don't have one. Or also provide an income stream, which, by the way, you get compensated for telling others about this. Oh, really? And some people may say, no, not interested. It's okay. But the point is, communicate with them and try to get a yes answer from them. That's the key. The more yes answer to give to you in the communication between you and your partner and your prospect, the more likely that you may have a conversion at the end. And that's what's important. Tammy and I spent a lot of time learning. We've made millions in this. And folks, I'm not trying to, it's very easy to make millions in 20 years, right? No, we've made millions in this business. The fact is, why have we had success in this business? And some are trying, even if their life depends on it, and they can't make a dime. Well, the fact that there are some basic principles. And the principles, they don't try just to sell the service or sell an opportunity to make money. If you really want to build a network that will pay you for the long term, which is what Tammy and I are known for, is the relationship, and that that you have their backs. That's what people want to hear. That's what people want to know. And you answer those questions by sharing in a way that Tammy is giving you examples. And I know she's going to give you some things that you'll be able to utilize in real time in posting. So I'll turn this over back to you, Tammy.
Yeah, and Chris is absolutely right. You gotta touch people's hearts, you guys. You gotta really hit them in a way that you get them thinking. And they're called high impact conversation questions. Like, all top leaders that we know are phenomenal at doing this, and we've learned a lot from high impact people. And that's the key. If there's anything that you are going to learn and grow this year, this is one thing that you got to get really good at: asking amazing questions that's going to get people to stop and think, whether they're watching you on social media and it's like, on the screen, whether you're doing a reel or a post, or you're having conversations with people and you just come out with questions, like a pain revealing question. I'm just going to share one of them because I have a few that I'm going to give to you based on how I trained the ChatGPT, mine. And so do you feel like you're working harder, but somehow you're still not getting ahead? How many people are not getting ahead? and they feel like they just never stop and they're exhausted. How many people do you know that are like that? I know a ton of people like that. Okay, so that's going to hit home for many people. Here's another one. I'm going to share another pain point one. What's something you want to do in 2026, but money or time keeps blocking it? You know, you're getting people thinking of what they desire, but you're creating the realization for them that it's not gonna happen unless they do something different, right? Because they have a block and they have to find a solution. So these are questions that really open people up, and you're going to work in the comments on creating a word if they can relate to these questions that you're going to ask on social media, and that's when you have conversations. So this is when you can take people off the platform. Anybody's watching Joel, they know what's happening. I mean, I watch a lot of people that are doing great things on social media and how they're getting tons of people asking for more. Okay, a time one. Let me see. I've got 3 here. Do you ever wish you could make money without needing more hours? Because people are working all the time. That's one. What's your current plan for creating leverage in your life? That's another one. If you could buy back 5 to 10 hours a week, how would it change things for you? Okay, because time is such a big thing. People don't have time for the things they enjoy in life because they're constantly hustling to make money just to survive. Okay, a security question, another security in digital. Do you currently pay for cloud storage? Is it more than $9.97 a month? What's your backup plan if your laptop fails or gets hacked? That's a really good one. Okay, because people don't think of that, and you get them thinking about, oh my gosh, I don't have a backup plan. I need a plan. So these are some of the things. I've got some curiosity sparkling questions for you. Would an extra income stream make your life a little lighter on you? That's another one. So I'm just going to share them with you because I am looking at the time, and we do have some stuff, and I'm going to talk to you about some of the posts that you can do. So let's go right into it on the momentum method on what needs to be done. Okay. So we talked about the post, your call to action daily. I have 11 posts for you. I highly recommend you take action and do them. If you don't do these, create your own, but have a consistency. Who is committed to do a call to action post for the next 11 days on at least one of their social media platforms? Who's willing to do that? Just put yes in the comment. Who's willing to do it? I know there's a lag in the time, but I just want to see who's committed, because that's the key, right? Is to be committed. Oh, Chris, are you showing it to everybody?
Well, I believe this is what it is that you want him to focus on.
No,
right?
no, that's a gift. That's the gift I'm giving them.
Okay.
So yeah, you don't have that one there. Okay, so start 10 new conversations. That's the goal. Do your 11 posts. Through the posts, you will have people commenting. If you don't get it right away, keep posting. It's about consistency. And then you start having conversations from off the feed privately, so that you're connecting with them, and you're going to ask questions based on your post, right? And then you're gonna send your link. You're going to create the interest for them to look at what you have. You're going to send your link. You're going to follow up within the 24 hours. You're going to ask them when they're going to have a chance to look at it. I always do that right away. Hey, when are you going to have a chance to look at it? They're going to tell you. And then you follow up based on when they say they're going to look at it. And then you want to make sure that you answer their questions and get them started. And some people just click on links, put their name and email because they want more information. If you have a system together, which we train a lot of our team members to do, buy the emails done for you from Joel and personalize them, or you can create your own if you're really good at this stuff. But you need a system. If people put their name in their email, you want to make sure people are you have a system that they can follow through that encourages them through the emails to sign up. All right, and you need a system, because if you're gonna have success in 2026, you need to be system driven, and you want to track the 11 days. You're going to track your results. Okay, create yourself a column. I didn't put this together, but you want to create a column in your system. New contacts that you got from social media, or somebody that you talked to, you met, you don't know them, whatever. You're talking to them, you're having conversation, asking questions, and if they're ready, and you can even put a sign up column, right? Just create yourself some columns, whether you write it down on paper or you do it on computer. All right, so have a system. You need a system to track, and then that's it. And then you want to post regularly. So I put a call to action post for Monday. The moment it hit me is the post that you're going to put out there, and then in the body, there was a time when one unexpected bill could wipe out my whole week. If you've ever felt that sinking feeling, yeah, I get it. We're helping a few people, and always say a few people, right? Because you're looking for specific people, and they're, I want to be that few people, right? Create a buffer before the holidays. Before the holidays hit too hard, comment buffer in the comment in the details. Okay, and the moment you see the buffers comments come in, that's your conversations, and you pull them off the platform. All right, do you guys like this? Is it something that you feel that could be helpful for all of you guys?
Remember, Tammy, there's a lag of about 15
I know
seconds.
there's a lag. Yeah. Do you guys feel that you need something to get you going, something inspiring that could help you get more conversations? Because at the end of the day, without the conversations, we have no business, right? Okay. So I created 11, and they're all based on what I fed my chat GPT to create engagement, of course. And then you guys, your assignments is to post them every single day. You have 11 of them. You're going to start conversations with the people, and you're going to send them your links. You're going to invite them to presentations, because you want them to see what you're doing.
Did you want me to show them what it is you're putting together that you're going to give them, those 11s?
Yeah, you have the document, right?
Yes. You want me to show them?
Yeah, okay. You can show them. Yeah. He hasn't put it in the folder, not the vault, Chris.
Okay, I'm not sure what you're referring to.
The training itself, the one that I promised I was going to give them, my 11-day training. You have that?
No, I only have the file you gave me this morning.
All right. So I'm going to give you both. And where are you going to put it, Chris?
I'm going to put it in this directory over here. So what I'm going to do, guys, for your convenience, I'm going to get the link here. Only to view. Remember, I can view, download, edit. What we don't want to edit, you can download it, not just view. You can download it. Perfect. And I'm going to copy this link, and I'm going to make that available into the chat. I will also put it into the comment section of this training, so you'll be able to get. So I'll get that there. So that's done. And so what's really cool, again, you can see here that this is the series of directories where it's all located on the Saturday Training 2025. And you can see these are directory I create. Just to give you an example how I make use of our cloud storage practically. Here's an example where I create subdirectories on files that I send in reference to the training topic that we're doing on a Saturday training. Okay. And what I did is I right click on that. I get the link. And the link that you're seeing in the chat right now, which is this link here, it's not pretty to look at, but you guys can cut and paste that. And also I'll make it available into the comment section of this training, so you can be able to access it there. And when Tammy talked about the fact that she's going to have she has one file. This is the one over here. Well, let me double click on
Yeah,
that.
I just sent it to you
Yeah.
on WhatsApp, Chris, so you can add the
Okay.
11 days to momentum. You can add that in the group.
Okay. I can do that in real time. So
You
here it
can,
is,
yeah.
guys. I'm going to save that to my download. So she sent it to me through WhatsApp. So now I have it. I save it into my download, and it's sitting right, okay, right over here. That's the one.
So while he's doing that, the second day, uh, what I put for the caption, you can create a post, you can do a reel, you can do whatever you want. If you're really comfortable at speaking and doing videos, do it, because
So
that will get you more.
just on
Okay.
that note, Tammy, before we get off the topic, so you know the link I've just shared with all of you? Well, now I added this document. So if you click on the link again, you will see those 11 days. Okay, so if I click on that and I say preview, okay, and by the way, this is something, let's say I put edit, we could collaborate this if we wanted to, but the fact here is you can actually access and see those. Okay, so this is what Tammy was talking about earlier. Okay, so these are the example of the 11-day momentum. Back to you,
Yeah,
Tammy.
if you want to go down to the bottom, you see call to action, CTA. Go down, go down, go down. There you go. So I gave you the 11 days, and each day you have a theme, and then you have your post. You don't have to think, you guys. You guys can create a picture, whether it's yourself, or you could take a picture based on what the theme is, and then post, you guys. The fact is getting yourself out there, getting uncomfortable to get comfortable doing it, and start creating the eyeballs looking at what you're doing. Okay, because I can tell you a lot of people are looking. Okay, maybe they don't respond right away, but if you're consistent doing something, eventually people stop hiding. Okay, you're gonna say something one day, it's gonna click, because that day, it just happens to be the day that they're looking.
Now, I
Okay.
just want to confirm, Tammy, for make sure everybody's on the same page. So let's say let me just get rid of this here. Can I confirm? Can I get a yes? And Tammy, you can don't wait for the yeses. Can I get a yes if you see those two files in the directory that I shared? Okay. So back to you, Tammy.
Yeah. That's it, basically, Chris. And another thing that I've been working on, because we want to make sure you guys are ready to run for 2026, but we want you to start today and have those conversations. You can pre-schedule stuff and just commit to 11 days and watch things start moving for you. Okay. And you don't have to be a pro member for what we just gave you. Okay. You could come in at the family plan. It doesn't matter. If you've never done social media, it's a learning process. So the key is to get your account set up. And
One thing. Oh, sorry. Go ahead,
yeah,
Tammy.
the best way to do it, and we always tell people, if you want to learn something, go to YouTube. Look for the most recent, like how do I set up Facebook, or go to ChatGPT. It's going to give you what you need to do, and then you set it up. And you want to create a profile picture, make sure it's clear. You want to create a cover page, and get yourself out there. Learn new skills.
Wonderful. Now, something, folks, that I want to share with you, and I know sometimes I'm camera shy. I have these big bags underneath my eyes. I'll be totally transparent, and I'm so self-conscious about this. And I feel, God, I look old, right? But I know there's apps that can fix all of these things. I tend to be a person that just, I don't hide behind, makeup or whatever technology. That's what. But that, I'm just telling you, I'm self-conscious. So I'm just being transparent with you. So I'm overlooking these things, and I assure you that I will be going online to start posting things very, very soon. In fact, I've already started, and we're going to start posting these because that's what's coming, especially with what's coming with the new tools with what Joel has to offer. My point here is, why am I bringing this up? At the beginning, when you start doing videos, you may feel like God, I suck. Right? That's okay. That's okay. The point here is you got to start somewhere. You have to start somewhere. And honestly, people appreciate authentic. How to say that in English?
Authenticity.
Authenticity. That my French kicked in there for a second. So people really do appreciate that. And I'm telling you that if your content has value, and there's really there is a technique to what gets people to look at your post. It's called the hook, the story, and the offer. And this is something that I will be mastering in 2026. I'm starting right now. The hook, the story, and the offer. And if you're able to do that in a space of 60 seconds, that's the job. So you can use ChatGPT to help you with a little bit of a script, but you don't want to sound like you're reading a script. It is horrible. It has to come from you. So in other words, you don't have to remember the words word for word as you're sharing. Just remember the idea of what was shared with you as the hook. And be conscious of the time. And then the story. What was the pain story as to why you're doing this? And then you finish with the offer. And that's where the links, you know, the links that I shared with you at the beginning, where you can get people to click on to put their name and email to get more information. And if you've populated your email campaigns, again, that's a whole other story. You can buy them, you can modify them, or you can create them from scratch, right? We've done many trainings to talk about that when we talk about, in fact, why don't we go right here, right now? If you go to the GVO channel, I'm going to copy this right now. I'm going to put it into the chat so you guys can access to this. Control B. There we go. Okay. And I recommend that you subscribe to this, because the moment you subscribe, the moment you see this is a live training, you get a notification, you get an email from YouTube. And if you have the app running, you may also get a notification. All my computers, when the training starts, I get this notification everywhere because I have a couple of computers around me, including devices and so forth. But that is how you want to create. That's the culture you want to create, where people are plugged into your environment. Again, another story for another day. But when you click here and you go on their playlists. On their playlist, we have, for example, many different trainings that are here in different languages. And for example, if you've never talked to anybody, you don't know how to get people to listen to you or whatever, we have a training called the Success Cycle Series. This is a summary of a 5 training that we've done in one of our Saturday calls here. Okay, they were done here. You can see that was 2 years ago, 2 years ago, 2 years ago, a year ago. Okay, so it's been done a little while ago. But what I brought you here is the gut backup sessions. If you go to the full playlist, you can see here all the trainings, including the one that we're doing right now, will be on the top when it's done. They're all here. And when I talked about mastering gut backup, build the foundation of your secure digital business, these are all the things like powerful engagement tools. Let's see here, the new tools we have here. Let's carry on. Let's carry on here. Let's carry on. How to create sub accounts, back office, lead capture system. That's what I want to point out to you. These lead capture system will walk you through the funnel, how you interact with the people that came through your funnel. Folks, listen, there's years and years. I mean, 2 years over. There's a lot of trainings here that are available to you. So my point in saying all of this, folks, is when you share the when you are sharing a video, a reel, or anything like this, you want to hook, get people. Okay, people today, because of social media, their attention span is very, very, very short. We're talking 7 seconds. So if you start explaining your whole life and there's no hook at the beginning, you're lost them. So the hook is very important. And go to YouTube, folks. There's a lot of examples. The hook, the story, as to what's the pain that Tammy talked about. Once you know their pain, they can relate to your pain. And then what is the offer? And that's the professional way. This is how people do this today. And that's how you automate your business. So that will be, again, another story for another day. So back to you, Tammy.
Yeah, and if I can just add a couple of things, we're going to go into the boards after so we can show them. So when you do your post, Let your upline know so that they can make a comment, because it helps you. Because when they see other people doing it, some people will have to see other people doing it, and then they'll do it, right? So make sure that you're supporting your team that way, and commenting in the engagement. Obviously, they know they're not going to take you off the platform and have engagement with you because they know that you're part of their team, but it shows other people that things are happening, right? So I highly recommend you do that as well. Now, another thing that we've put together and have worked on is boards. I don't know if you guys heard of boards before, the boards app. Chris, you can go to boards. Okay, we've got a Got Backup Team app. Chris, you can share the link. And I recommend to go through it, all the folders, get what you can from it. When you sign somebody up that's brand new and you're new, often you don't know what the next step is. We have actually an email series for all the resellers. The moment somebody signs up, we have a 10-day, I think, system that we have in place. I think I can do a training on that one day, Chris, to help you guys if you don't have a system together. But the Getting Started Guide, I love this one. Okay, so when you click on that folder, Getting Started Guide, because I think that's a holdback for many people, just so you know. Many people have a hard time signing people up because they don't know what to do with them. So this is a system. You don't even need to think. Okay, you click on the first one. Click on it, Chris. Okay, copy that and send it to your brand new person who just signed up. Text it to them, email it to them. There you go. It tells them what the steps are for them to get started. And then after you do that, you go into 1, and then you go into 2, and then you go into 3, right? It's so simple. And that's going to get all your team members started right. Okay, so go to the other folders, Chris. I won't go through it all because you guys can go through it. And see, you can see there's one building your business. There's one signing up for Got Backup. All the how-tos, how to make money. You've got setting up your commissions, which Chris just showed you. You go to the social media post videos. I did this probably, oh my gosh, a year ago or so. And I just recently shared it with some of my team members. And I said, you know what, I'm just putting it up on board so everybody can leverage it if they want to. But they're just little short clips. And you put some music to it or whatever you want to do. And then you have a question on that. And you put it out in your platforms. A lot of them are about memories because it captures people's hearts. I know they're simple, but sometimes you have those days where you just want something simple because you don't have time to make. This is the ones that are in the extra tools that Got Backup created. I just kind of threw some of them in there that I already had in my database. All right, so these are some just grab and go, quick stuff.
Okay.
All right. So that's available for everybody that wants to grab some quick stuff. And then as you start getting really good on social media, you're gonna start creating your own stuff. Or you might just look at something, go and have another idea and start creating something from it. So yeah, we just want to make sure that you guys have the tools and that you're taking the actions, because without action, there's nothing. All right. So who's committed? I want to know who's committed. If you're committed, put I in the comments.
I'm committed.
Put I am, or I.
And as we're coming to the top of the hour here, folks, what we want to do is just every Saturday we try to provide tangible information. I really appreciate the McLeod family here, who always give us some wonderful feedback, and I know many of you do the same thing. Uh, we're very, very committed to teach you what we know, and we're not teaching you things that we think is going to work. We're teaching you things that, one, we've applied, or that we've learned from multimillionaires in the industry, folks. Because that this is our circle, that's our social network, that's who we associate with. And the thing is, you're receiving this free information that we have spent, I'm not kidding, tens of thousands of dollars to acquire. But we understand that when we pay it forward, we all benefit. Okay?
I think more hundreds of thousands over the years.
I guess I was trying to be, I didn't want to scare people off. But the fact that there's a reason why we are successful at this. And again, these are the basic principles that we are sharing with you. In the same time, it's also the repetition, not posting one time and not coming back after a month. Okay, I recommend at least once a week, and then maybe you can do a couple times a week, and then multiple times a day. For example, Joel has been doing a lot of posts recently, and we chatted yesterday, and one of his posts in one day, I don't know if it's one post, but in one day, he got 900 leads. Do you understand?
And he's been consistent every single day. Anybody who follows him, you have to follow him, because anybody who follows him is seeing these results.
Your social media platform, all the rules are changing. It's not just about how many friends you have. It's also about the content. Are people interested in your content? Mm-hmm. And if the algorithm sees that people like what you're posting, then you're going to go viral, because they want their app to be more popular. So they're looking for people with content that are interested. And you don't know how your voice can impact someone else. Some of you have a voice that's never been shared, and unfortunately, the world could be better with that voice. So go and share that information. Don't be afraid because of the negativity you tell yourself as to why you're not doing it. So let's end on this note, Tammy. I think it was a session that provided a lot of tangible information for all of you here. And we hope
you put the smash the like button, you guys. If you enjoyed today's session, we want the algorithm to catch that.
Yeah. Smash that like button, put some comments in there, and don't just be opposers, right? Someone that just sit back and just watches but never do anything. Do something with this, folks. Take this information, do something with it. Just go make one post. We've given you 2 documents to make use of it, and just do one post today, one post. Okay, and see what happens. Some of you may turn around and maybe one of those posts could go viral and you have absolutely no idea. But if you don't do it, you'll never get the results. So have yourself a wonderful, wonderful rest of your weekend. We will see you on Wednesday. Every Wednesdays, Tammy do a corporate presentation at 8 o'clock Eastern time. Every Friday mornings, we do another presentation at 11 o'clock Eastern time. And of course, every Saturdays. Okay. And I highly recommend for you to attend all of the presentations that are hosted by your leadership. Make sure you're part of their WhatsApp group, their Telegram group, their Facebook Messenger group, whatever other groups out there. I found that at school is really cool. And Tammy and I are going to be utilizing that. So have yourself a great weekend, everybody. Thank you so much for your wonderful feedback. Really appreciate you. And then we'll talk to you soon. Stay safe. Bye for now.
Have a great weekend.